Hello everyone, this is AJ. Today, I'm bringing you the first out of 3 general guides that I'm putting together. I'm also going to upload a specific guide for each class that will also contain ways of countering that specific class. So if you're having issues with, say, an assault, you can check the assault guide. This game's time to kill is a bit slower compared to other shooters like Call of Duty. This means that killing is a bit harder, but also means that you have more time to get into cover and more opportunities to beat someone who shot you first. This is one of the things that I love the most about the game. I'm assuming that you're new and below level 10. Because of this, I want to give you 2 recommendations before we get into the actual guide. First, don't use anything but heavy, tactical, or maybe bulwark. This is because even though all 6 classes are available from the get-go, most of the starting kits are trash, with the exception of the heavy class due to the heavy bolter. That and its 4 armor is why I heavily recommend you start with that class. Tactical is also viable due to the Auspex scan. That allows you to highlight enemies and deal even more damage, and its 3 armor and 2 nades are also a good bonus. However, if you really want to use a shield, I guess you can use bulwark. It shares the 4 armor points with the heavy, and the shield can come in handy in many situations. Just be aware that it's a hard class to actually master, and you'll mostly get assists. Don't touch Annihilation nor Hellbrute. I don't recommend Annihilation for new players because you might not know where to go. Having a clear objective will give you a general idea of where your teammates and the enemy team will be, and it will also allow you to familiarize yourself with the map and the flow of the game. Besides, even if you die, and you'll probably die a lot at the beginning, you can still help your team. As for the Hellbrute mode, you don't need to add a Hellbrute to the list of things to be worried about. For now, stick with Capture and Control or Seize Ground. Okay, let's get into the actual guide. One of the most common mistakes I see new players making is they run straight to the fight and get absolutely destroyed by 2 or more enemy players. They die, wait the respawn timer, run into the fight by themselves again, and die once more. Try to understand where your team is and play accordingly. This leads us to the next point. It's a team game. Trust me, just being closer to your teammates will greatly improve your KD. I don't mean to always be right next to a teammate, but be close enough where you can support them and be supported by them. Aim to get kills with a 2v1, not the one getting killed by a 2v1. Fight in favorable terms. This is a third-person shooter. This means that you can pick without exposing your body. Obviously, enemies can also do that, so be careful with ambushes. Take this into account when approaching. Once you encounter the enemy, try to position yourself near a piece of cover where you can retreat to. Never stay in the open, and don't peek if you're low on health. If you think it's a balanced fight or have the advantage, you can start shooting. If not, remember that forwards isn't the only direction. It's okay to concede ground. I've seen so many people that are running and encounter 3 enemies head-on and just start shooting. Stop doing that. It's okay to run back to your team. Same thing applies to objectives. There's 2 of you and 5 of the enemy. Let them have those 10 or 15 extra seconds on the point and wait for the rest of your team to respawn. Prioritize being alive over getting kills. Now, it's okay to leave if you're getting stomped on. Unluckily, there's no elo or ranking system in the matchmaking. Due to this, you might find yourself in a team full of other low levels, going against a team stacked with high levels. If you see that your team is getting absolutely dominated, just return to the battle barge and find a new game. Pay attention to the sounds. Your headset is like your radar. Be mindful of footsteps and you will die less to flanking. If you hear a cloaking sound, look for the distorted effect or use the Auspex scan if you're a tactical to find the sniper. Depending on the situation, if you hear a jetpack, you might want to drop whatever you're doing and focus on the sky. Avoid getting into melee as much as possible. Yes, melee bypasses armor, but besides a couple weapons that you don't yet have if you're new, melee kind of sucks. It doesn't deal that much damage, locks you into an animation, and you can get parried. Yes, there's situations where it will come in handy, like if you run out of bullets, but 9 out of 10 times it's just better to keep shooting even if you're in melee range. Shock Nade OP. I know, it sounds like a rant, but I assure you that the shock grenade is one of the most broken tools I've ever encountered in a PvP game. It allows you to escape easily from many situations, and it is also an auto-win in others. Hopefully it will eventually get nerfed, but in the meantime, use it as soon as you unlock it. If you get blinded, try to roll back to your teammates or cover until the effect has passed. That's another reason why you should always be near a teammate. Well, that's it for now, guys. Let me know in the comments if you think this guide was helpful. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.